This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
McMahon too. So that's one thing that I admired about him. All right. Track it. You ready to track it?
I'm ready to track it. Are you ready to track it?
Steamboat.
Let's track it.
Something, everybody. Nobody thought in God's green earth that in Chicago on February the 20th that I would win this championship. Nobody would think that in New Orleans on a rematch with Ric Flair that I would still come home with the bacon and I'm still holding the championship. But reviewing the film and the athlete that I am and the respect that I have for Ric Flair as a competitor and as a 5-time world champion, I cannot clearly stand up and say in front of all of my fans that I won that match in New Orleans hands down. I took a fall, he took a fall, but that third fall, it showed that his foot was clearly underneath that rope. I signed the contract without a hesitation, giving that man, Ric Flair, his last chance. I have got to move on to other competitors, other guys putting their names up. There's a lot of worthy contenders in this world that want to crack at me. So on May the 7th, Ric Flair, in Nashville, Tennessee, this will be your last chance. You want to prove to the world that I am just a fluke. But I've got all my fans behind me, and the biggest support of them all is my family. This is without a doubt going to be your last chance. I have got to move on to other horizons.
We also, fans, last night asked Mr. Ric Flair to make a statement regarding this championship situation. As usual, he was not a loss for words, and he had this to say with Bob Caudle.
You know, there's a lot of people, as I've said so many times in my great career, that have never liked or understood the Nature Boy's role in the greatest sport in the world. The bottom line is, I was born to be the champ. That's right. And on 5 different occasions, I have been the champ. The greatest career ever of any wrestler in the history of this sport belongs to me. And here I am at the top of my game with one thing gone, the world title. Now, Steamboat, we've already established the fact you didn't beat me in New Orleans. I had to bring my lawyers in. I had to tell almighty Jim Herd and that Golden Tower that I had to have one more chance, as he puts it. So TBS says, well, tell you what, Ric Flair, you got a shot in Nashville, but it is, Nature Boy, your last chance. Can you imagine telling me that my last opportunity to become the world champion is in Nashville, May 7th? Well, let me explain something to you. When you take everything in the world away from me, and let's face it, when you're Slick Rick and you got cars, money, women, anything in the world you want because you're the champ, then you gotta have back the fuel that feeds the fire, baby. That means I gotta be the champion for the 6th time. Think about it. May 7th, Nashville, Tennessee. Ric Flair, woo, is coming back. I'm gonna walk that aisle and I'm gonna prove to the world one more time, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And God knows I'm the man. Woo!
When he was on his shit, he was a good promo, my man.
Oh, he was great. But you know what? That Christmas tree tinsel in the background was distracting. That's just my feeling on that.
I love that after 2 really good promos like that, you're caught up on Christmas tree tinsel.
I don't know why. I just got to thinking that Steamboat's talking, great babyface interview. Flair's doing as only he can do. Two of the greatest ever, right? We're talking about the greatest trilogy ever.
Yeah.
And they put him in front of that shit. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Since you poo-pooed my idea of the shampoo art exhibit, what if we did one called Tony's Coming for Christmas, and we have you e-jack on a canvas and we sprinkle tinsel across it?
You do know that my days of, as Arn Anderson would have said, shampooing a buffalo was about 20, 30 years ago. You know, you'll find out one day.
What kind of volume you working with these days?
I don't know what kind of volume it is, but I guarantee it ain't that.
And could you fill up like a medicine dropper?
Look at this, man.
There's the finish.
Flair gave up.
It's all about the world title. It's all about May 7th. We're headed for the end of the trilogy, the greatest series of matches in NWA/WCW history. And by the way, I believe at this point we've covered all three of those, available in the archives now. If you haven't already, go check them out. We've done them all. You can listen, we all got plenty of free time right now. So why not go check them? You guys were presenting, and perhaps no better example than what we're looking at. This is match number 2 of the 3-match trilogy. But boy, this was the end of a lot of folks' run behind the scenes, because this is a show in the Superdome, but you can't tell it because of how dark it is. But it's that dark because yes, it holds tens of thousands of fans, but there's almost no one there. Just a couple of days before the event, they'd only sold 900 tickets. They started to actually promote the damn thing and sold a few more and then comped thousands, but still there's 5,000 or less folks here in a giant dome, which has got to be a disappointment when you're, working in the main event for the world title, right?
Oh yeah. And also we've done this show. I think it's in the archives. And if you'll remember Ric Flair came out with RICK Flair. Yeah.
They even did that in the closed captioning here on WWE Network, RICK Flair, which is just hysterical to me that you're going to go to the trouble to make this feel like a bigger event. Man, let's get him some pyro and let's spell his name out. Okay, cool. What's his name? Ric Flair. All right. RICK Flair. And we don't know it until we fucking light it. Holy cow.
Wow.
Look at the crowd, dude. Look at the crowd.
This is the 80s crowd, man. Soon to be 90s.
This is a Southern crowd. It is Hillbilly Jones here. And I don't say that in an accusatory way. These are my people, baby. I grew up with them.
Hillbilly Jones. Look at some bitch in the hat. Send him down, Rick. Send him down, Ricky. Send him down. He got him. Cover him, Ricky. Cover him, Rodney. Come on, Rick. Come on. Son of a bitch, cover him. Look, he's going to come with a single axe handle chop. That's kind of what they were saying, I would think.
You know what?
Hurry up, because I want to go see NASCAR on TV. Oh, do you know there is still NASCAR?
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.